Hi, bias is a massive issue in business at the moment, and today we're going to be talking about social bias and the menopause. So, how it affects the menopause essentially and menopausal women. My name's Kate Usher. I'm a menopause coach and change strategist, and I'm on a mission to change the way that society and employers view women of menopausal age. So, bias is massive in this. So, social bias and the menopause. By the way, if you want to know what bias is, look at the first video in the series. That gives you what you need to know. So, today, right, remember how we said that bias is a way of being human and saving energy and making sure that you can focus on what needs to get done instead of focusing on the massive. The way that plays out in social bias is the stories that we were told as children, the programs we watched, the radio we listened to, the films we went to see, feed in to create a map of information and perceptions and reactions to information that we just are on autopilot. We don't even think about it. When we think about a certain person, we have a reaction and we think, okay, I know what I think about that type of people or that group of people. And if you think about the fact that for hundreds of years, women of menopausal age and beyond have been perceived extremely negatively. That then feeds into much of the entertainment that we watched in the 70s and the 80s, when there were loads and loads of jokes about women being difficult, complicated, emotional, over the hill, past it. There are so many comments that all of them are offensive and all of them are incorrect. So what happens is that that information is stored in our cultural understanding of menopausal women. Well, now we have a generation of menopausal women in the workplace. In fact, this is the first generation of women who are experiencing their menopause en masse in the workplace. Now, none of them are over the hill, none of them are past it, and all of them are in their ascendency. They are at their most powerful, they are their most aware, they're most experienced, they're most intelligent, just as men are at this point. And women are no different. So if you think about it, would you be thinking that about a man? No, you would not. So this is very much specifically pointed at women. It's in that sense, we're starting to see that our bias, those stories, those perceptions, those behaviours that we have towards women of menopausal age are very pointed and very unpleasant, because we don't think about all of the amazing menopausal women or women of standard menopausal age. When we think about menopause, we think about the old crone, we think about an old woman. In fact, if you Google it, most of the images that come back are of a woman in her late 60s, looking extremely stressed. They're usually white and they've usually got grey hair. Well, I can't comment, mine is. But we don't think about the incredible women who are vivacious, intelligent, at the top of their game, and amazing. We had Davina McCall on TV the other day. We've got Tess Daly. We've got Tandy Newton. Kamala Harris, my gosh, one of the most powerful women in the world. We've got Michelle Obama. She's of menopausal age and she's very publicly talking about it. So we don't think about those women, we only think about the negative images. So it's trying to replace those thoughts, because we can. We are absolutely capable of changing those filters within our minds. We just have to recognize that we have a bias, provide alternative information, just on that, and replace the way that we think. It's down to you as an individual, and we all have a responsibility to do that. Let's start thinking about menopausal women in those positive images, because women are having a hard enough time as it is managing their menopausal symptoms without having to deal with those kind of bias, stereotypes, etc., being landed on them. It's time to start to think of menopause as another phase in life, not as the cliched images that we used to have. So let's start thinking about those positive images. Okay, so that's the end of it for today. Tomorrow, the next video, we're going to be talking about confirmation bias. By all means, go back and see the first video, and please subscribe and leave your comments, and I will see you soon.